Hi Cancer, welcome to Sacred Star Tarot. I'm Corinne. Now this reading is going to give you an important message from Spirit for the next 24 hours. So the messages that need to reach you the most at this time. And to begin with, we're going to call upon Spirit. Calling in Spirit, the archangels, the angels, divine guides to bless this reading and to bring Cancer everything they need to know for the next 24 hours. Okay, now let's get started. And we'll start with your oracle. So Spirit, what does Cancer need to know? The most important and powerful messages to help them for the next 24 hours. Now, I meditated on your energy, and Spirit had a couple of messages for you. The first one was patience, and none of us like patience very much. I feel like sometimes our life is full of moments where we've needed so much patience to endure something. And that was really the message, that you might be enduring something. And that's really hard, isn't it? You know, when you're right in the middle of it and you have to keep faith and keep positive. But they want you to have patience with whatever is going on for you. Okay. So the first card we have is Align Your Life. Now we can see in this card, in the picture, she's very fragmented. And if you saw the monthly readings, now I'm doing this reading in the month of April. Now if you saw the monthly readings for April, this was a really predominant card. And it's really important to make sure that you're aligning your life and doing the things that are working for you and that you're happy to do. Then we have the initiation. Rite of passage crossing the threshold. Okay, so let's find out a little bit more. I can see from that card you're coming out of the cave. So some of you, in this picture we can see the cave is dark. So maybe you've gone through a dark night of the soul, or a really challenging and difficult time. And in the darkness, it's really hard to see the light. It's hard to believe or know that there's anything outside of the cave. There's anything to look forward to. And I can see, at least in this picture, there's an opening, which is great. And that's what I'm getting. The intuitive message was to have patience because you've endured quite a lot. And this card really represents that. Now let's find out a little bit more for your tarot. So it's been a rite of passage, but you're crossing the threshold. So that's really positive. We can see that there's the opening there, the light at the end of the tunnel. And I can see that there's been stormy waters, or there's been challenges for you. But Spirit wants to give you hope. It has been a rite of passage, and sometimes you might not be seeing how helpful or important or how much growth that you've had during these rites of passage or this difficulty, but it is really helping you align to what's actually truly meant for you and your path. That's the rite of passage, isn't it? So let's find out a little bit more, Spirit. Oh, there we go. Yeah, yep, you're coming out of it, which is great. So we have the Fool. So being free-spirited, taking that leap of faith. And what I'm actually getting from this is that you're coming out of that cave, the time where things have been gloomy and hard and, that difficult rite of passage. And now with the Fool, it's a fresh new beginning, and it's taking that leap of faith back into the world. I love the Fool card. It's one of my favorite cards of the deck. You know, that energy of being free-spirited, taking the leap, even though we don't know where it's going to go. But for you, this is a confirmation that it's a fresh new start coming in, that you're coming out of the cave. So now we have the Knight of Crystals, which is the Knight of Swords, with the Six of Cups. Okay. So the Six of Cups is very much about our past and nostalgia and looking back at the past of things that have been positive and the things that we remember. But actually what I'm thinking, looking at your cards and what I'm actually getting is that sometimes we can get stuck there thinking the past is better than the future. So, you know, if your mind is going back to the past and feeling like things were better before and they're not good anymore, Spirit wants you to be able to move forward and see differently. So let's find out a little bit more. So Spirit, what else does Cancer need to know? We can see that you're coming out of this phase of testing and initiation. And I'm so sorry that you've been through that. I know how hard it can be. But it's such a positive reading because Spirit's saying you're coming out. You're coming out of the cave and you're going to be feeling amazing with this Fool. Fool card. Having faith. Taking the leap of faith. Beautiful. And then we've got the Lovers. So for some of you, that's a relationship. And actually what I'm seeing now, for some of you, this whole reading is about a relationship. Maybe you're coming out of that cave where you've either been alone for a long time or relationships haven't worked and it's really, really affected you. And now you're coming out of that cycle to move forward, let go of the past and find that relationship that you really, really want and that will make you happy. That's so beautiful. I'm tuning into the energy and that's just gorgeous. And then for others of you, it could be a personal journey, you know, really coming out of a time where just life has been quite challenging. You know, going through that dark night of the soul where everything has been hard and you're getting a new lease on life and able to now, you know, you'll be able to move forward. And I think this message is coming through because maybe you're feeling like it's really hard to cope and you don't know if things are going to get better, and Spirit wants you to know they absolutely are. The Lovers is so beautiful. And if it's not a love relationship, the Lovers is about having a connection between our masculine and feminine. So really being aligned to our spirit or our subconscious mind and our conscious mind. So you'll feel really in tune and aligned with yourself. I'm so happy for you. I really hope this gives you the reassurance because that's what they want you to feel. Reassured knowing that everything is going to be okay. You are coming out of this phase. Yeah. We just get more confirmation, which is so good. So we have the Three of Wands. Now what he's doing, so this is you. This is you with that new lease of life again, stepping out of this phase where it's been difficult and looking at all the opportunities. Now I can see all of the opportunities available to me, and we can see the sun. The sun has come out. I'm feeling good about life. I can see that I have opportunities and I'm feeling uplifted, inspired, and just an absolute new lease on life. It's like the world is my oyster now. What do I want to do? So do I want to go on holidays? What adventures do you want to start? So that'll all be happening for you really soon. You'll be feeling that soon. The shift is happening. coming out of the cave. When I see the Three of Wands, I get this really adventurous spirit coming up. So you'll be feeling really adventurous. Lovely. Spirit, what else does Cancer need to know that can help them right at this moment? We know that they're going to be stepping out. What do they need to know? So we have the Six of Wands. Now, the Six of Wands is feeling uplifted. What I get from this is feeling on top of the world, acknowledged for who you are and what you're doing. Now, you may be acknowledging yourself, or it may be the acknowledgement from the people around you, saying, yes, you've achieved it, you've overcome, you've done it, which is wonderful. It's like the feeling victorious, which is just wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And I really feel like you deserve this. I feel like you've endured a lot, and this is going to be a huge shift. Now, I don't know when this shift is going to happen, but it's going to happen soon. And the main message is for today, so that you know it's coming, so that you can stay positive, you know that it's coming. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Now, I just want to get a message from the moon for you. So positive. Feeling adventurous, feeling on top of the world, acknowledging that you've come so far, that things have changed. Whoa, okay. We've got a few messages from the moon. It wants that one and that one. Okay. Dropping all my cards. Let's see. Okay, so we've got a few. Let's see where we want to start. So firstly, we have working through your fears. Show the world the real you. And the answers you need are coming. And the energy is gaining momentum. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now I'm just going to put these out so I can clarify them for you. So because we've got these messages around the new moon and the full moon, whenever you're seeing this reading, because it's a timeless reading, so when you've landed here, it is the perfect message for this moment of time. Now it looks like these changes, or there's going to be a shift happen around the new moon and the full moon. So you might want to look up those dates, because they will be very important for you to know. Now, Spirit wants you to overcome any fears you might have that are keeping you stuck in this cave. And the fears what I'm getting is that it will never change, that things will always be the same for you. So that is the fear, the main fear to be overcome. Show the world the real you, and the answers you need are coming. So they'll be really important. So over, the next month, the new moon and the full moon, it might be really helpful for you to do some rituals. Rituals around letting go of fears, knowing that this new start or this shift is absolutely available to you. You're coming out of a cycle, coming out of the cave, and showing the world the real you. And the energy is gaining momentum. Exactly. The energy is gaining momentum so that you can come out of it as the Fool. with that full energy. Seeing the world with all of the possibilities that are available to you. Okay, so let's get a message from the angels to see what the angels want you to know and how they're helping you with this shift. Great. So we have teaching and learning. So Cancer, you're a teacher, or you're learning something new, or both. Often we learn and then we teach what we've learned. So Archangel Zadkiel, keep an open mind and learn new ideas and then teach these ideas to others. What I'm getting the feeling is just that confirmation that you are a teacher, however you're doing that, whether it's teaching others art or spirituality, teaching children, whatever it is, whichever way, you're a natural teacher. For others of you, it's about learning, that you're just always learning, you're always growing, and that, keeping open to that side of yourself and learning more will be helpful. Okay, let's see what you need to let go of that will help for this. Help this to happen. What does Cancer need to release? Is there anything Cancer needs to release? Whoa, okay. So we have, what a great reading. Surrender to comparisons to others and surrender to success. Exactly. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your strengths, attractiveness, and power. And you are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at the previous roadblocks or difficulties. Step into an exciting new world of possibilities. Exactly. That's what the tarot was saying. That's what the Spirit's been saying. Don't look back. This is a fresh new start. Something is shifting. You're coming out of this phase where it's been an initiation, where it's been a dark night of the soul, really hard. You've been in this dark, gloomy cave with no sunlight. It's felt cold and uncomfortable. And that rite of passage, you've passed it, and you're coming out of the cave. And it's going to be wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay. So, Cancer, that is your reading for the next 24 hours, all that reassurance that I'm sure you've really needed and you deserve. Things are changing and shifting. I am sending you all of my love and light. Subscribe to my channel to never miss a reading, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.